Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl Intentional Favor. Should I tell you good morning? I know by the time you'll be seeing this video, it's probably not morning, but then you should know why I'm greeting you good morning, alright? Alright, so yeah, it's a brand new day and I just woke up with, like, some days when you check your DM or you check comments, just want to hear from your subscribers, and the question keeps coming in repeatedly and all. And then I checked my schedule. When am I going to film this video? Although it has always been a video I want to film, I just feel like, you know what? Why the burden is still alive? Why not just do this regardless? I mean, I might not be properly dressed. I don't think I'm being properly dressed anyways, but you know what I mean by being properly dressed. But I just felt like just filming this video as soon as possible and while it's still fresh in my mind, because the one of my previous videos, most recent videos, actually people have been asking me where I talked about the whether it's worth it coming to the UK as an international student. So many people are saying that UK is very tough and all of that. Abroad life is not easy. Then why bother going there if it's not easy there? So one of the questions I got from that particular video is, please, that woman that you met at the train station, did you ask her how was her plan? How will she cope with 4 children in the UK and her husband won't even be staying with her? Of course, I was expecting that question, and even before I filmed that video, I've always planned on filming a video. So this video is very, very important, and it is for those who are intending to come with their family, especially those coming with children to the UK to study. So I'm just going to be giving you a few tips. I think it's just 3 things basically in summary about coming here. The first one, I would say, I've said this in many of my videos, but I still keep getting questions around this. People keep asking, so what would you advise? Some people ask it generally, like an open question: can I come with my family, or I have to come first? And people are not really sure about that. But to answer that question, you can come either way. So it can be either way, whichever one that suits you best, you can do that. But for me, I always advise people, if it's possible, the best is for you to come first. Whether the student is the wife or the husband, let the person who is the student, the main applicant, come first. When you come to the UK, it has so many advantages, being that you are coming first. When you come first, you sort out your accommodation. I know sometimes people have people like in the UK where they will stay temporarily before they get their own accommodation. If that's the case, it's still best that you are the only one to come than you coming with your entire family and just staying with people. They might not tell you, but believe me, I've had experiences, I've seen people, and not just about them complaining. Of course, you can tell that it's not easy. Even in Nigeria, it's not that easy. It's not talk of a country where you pay as you go. Every bill, everything, like the bill will increase, and some of them might not even be able to ask you pay us, or some of them sometimes out of they are not really comfortable, they are disturbed, they can behave in certain ways that you yourself, you'll be displeased. See, just to avoid issues or anything with anybody, they love you, but the truth is that it's not actually very easy to host people in the UK. Probably when you come and you experience it, you understand. Some people, don't get me wrong, go the extreme way. I mean, some people, their own is out of control, like the way they just do it and all. But sometimes I don't blame people, because I understand that it's not totally easy. So if you are coming to even stay with a family, for some time, it's best you are the only one. The bill you will incur for that family will be less, the burden will be less than coming with your entire family and staying with a particular family before you get your accommodation. It will save you a lot of stress, and it will save the people or the person you are planning on doing that. It will save both of you a lot of stress. So when you come, and that is it. But then, even if you don't have a family member or anywhere to stay in the UK, that's even the best option, because some people stay in hotels. Okay, they stay in hotels, and believe me, if you know the cost of hotel and everything, it will be so much. So even if you will stay in the hotel, at the end of the day, the cost will be minimal. Also, some people, like I always advise, just check with your university. Some universities provide temporal accommodation. I know for my campus, University of Chester, Warrington campus, you can book accommodation for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and all of that. Yes, just book the accommodation, stay there. So you can book such accommodation if your university has that option. Then once you are settled, like the first 2-3 days, with all these COVID restrictions and all these COVID rules, quarantine and all of that, but you find out that it will be easier for you to start looking for accommodation. When you look for accommodation, because should I tell you guys the bitter truth, finding accommodation as a family is very difficult in the UK. Reason being that sometimes you find some landlords or some agencies for some house, they will tell you we just want a couple, or they will tell you we just want a couple and one child, a family of three. And sometimes we in Africa, we usually have huge family of five, family of six, family of seven, even for some people. Yeah, but sometimes you find out that the houses that you will find here, they will tell you that they just want a couple or just a family of three. So sometimes it's difficult. So imagine if you are in the hotel and you're spending a lot of times, 10 days, 2 weeks, 1 month. Oh my God, the money will be out of here. And even if you're staying with a family, it will still be burdensome on them. I'm taking my time to explain this, probably to convince you, in case you still have doubts, that it is best that the student comes first and then the family. And another advantage is this: people are usually afraid that maybe if they come first, then they might deny their family visa. It's a lie. As far as you are here already, you've gotten your visa, and then your family, they provide the right documents during their application, there is no way they will be denied visa. As a matter of fact, it saves you the stress of all of you being denied visa, because if you apply together as a family, if for instance they find some fault in the student's application, or the student did not do well in the interview, and the UK embassy has some reasons to deny the student the visa, automatically they will deny every other family member's visa. And of course, you know that applying for all these things, okay, you pay application fee, you pay health surcharge for all the family members, and then if the visa is denied for the student, automatically for the whole family, and you have lost all those money. Yeah, a lot of money you've lost. But at the end of the day, if it's not just the student that applied, God forbid the visa is denied, the loss is not as much as the whole family. So I spent so much time on this, but just take it from me, it is best that the student comes first, then invite the family over. The second point I want to discuss in this particular video is childcare. That is the cocoa. Childcare in the UK or any developed country in the world is not a child's play. Okay, in Africa we live a communal life. All right, so you find out that it's easy, and sometimes our children are mature. Like, you have some children who are 7 years old, although like that's not encouraging. Like, that's not encouraged. That's not really good. Okay, but you know that people have done it, and they'll tell you the child didn't die, in the sense that you see 7, 8 year, 9-year-old children taking care of their younger siblings. Not like taking care of them. Mommy is going to work or daddy is going out, and you leave the children in the house, not necessarily locking them in the door, because we live a communal life. So probably you live in a compound, they can run around in the compound, then you have food already kept for them, they know when to go and eat. You just lock the main entrance or something, or just outside, and the compound is there, they can play in the compound, play around, visit a neighbor and stay. They always have someone to go and visit, even if you don't have somebody to say, please take care of my child for me. But when you have like when your first child is up to the age of 8 or 9, you even 7, you find out that they are kind of independent, that you can just leave them in the house and the compound and go your way. They will be fine. Neighbors are there, they have children to play with and all of that. But it's not like that here, because here people mind their business and there is no communal living here. And because of that, you cannot live. I'm a social worker, okay? Yes, you cannot leave a child of that age to take care of himself or the kid, because of course there is no compound for them to be running around. At the end of the day, you have to leave them alone inside the house. And when you do that, it's actually neglect. Like, you're actually not taking good care of those children. That's inappropriate care. A 7-year-old, 9-year-old taking care of himself or others, it's not allowed. So you find out that you must be accountable for your children. If you are going out for 1 minute or something, you have to make sure that there is a responsible adult in the house that would take care of your children. All right. So that being said, it's an issue. So even if there is no responsible adult, you can pay someone like a childminder, pay them, and here they pay per hour. per hour. Minimum wage is £8.91 per hour for people 16 and above. So you can imagine if you are going for two hours, then 8 pounds 91 times 2. That's what you pay whoever. Or if your children are very small, you can keep them in nursery. They can stay in school after school, depending when you come back from work or you come back from school. So all of these actually accumulate a lot of money. So it takes a lot. And sometimes people are really wondering, like, I won't be able to save if I keep talking about childcare and all of that. What's the way out? Yes. So the way out is visiting visa. I don't know if you've thought about it, but that's actually the way out. I have so many international students who are mothers, who are fathers, and they are here in the UK. They are studying, their husband or their wife is working, and a lot of things. You find out sometimes it's not easy. Now, when your spouse is here with you, both of you can actually plan it depending on your university. Okay, so university, they have structured their programs in a way that it will be flexible for students. But I've had people that have lectures till 4, 5. But then I know sometimes some timetables are not so flexible, and so for some programs, so it depends on you and your husband to work your way out. Husband can be doing night shift, but sometimes you can find that your husband is not a night person and cannot do night shift. It will be detrimental to their health or their mental health and all of that. Then that is not obtainable. So what do you do in this case? The best is actually visiting visa. Your mother, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, you can invite them to the UK and they'll be issued a 6-month visa. Okay, when they come here, of course, maybe later on, I'm still going to talk about visiting visa, give general advice based on my experience and experience of people who have applied for visiting visa for their loved ones, rejections, and all of that. So just have it at the back of your mind that the way out is visiting visa. Just apply for visiting visa for your loved ones. They will come here, be taking care of the children while they are on holiday, enjoying UK abroad life. You know, those, like, parents are happy. Your father can come, don't even think, oh, just to mind children and all, except that you should make sure that during weekend, please don't let boredom kill them, because here can be very, very boring. So that is it. We'll talk about that in details probably in a subsequent video. And you may want to know that very student that I met at the airport, when she saw my video, she called me. I was like, wow, yeah. And I was like, did you see what people were asking about childcare? I know the answer, but let me ask you, probably you have an alternative. She said visiting. She already applied for her mom to come to the UK. Already applied for her. As her husband is leaving, her mom is coming. So you see, that's the way out. Then finally, one advice I just want to give is that I've noticed some people having this issue, and that is error in BRP. So I've seen I've seen some families that have faced this issue, and sometimes because of ignorance, people don't know what to do. Now, take it from me, not like that's the fact. Your spouse, okay, is allowed to work as many hours that he or she wants to work. You are the only one as a student who is limited to work 20 hours per week, but your spouse can work. If your spouse has the strength of working 24 hours every day, he or she is good to do that. But sometimes there are some errors in BRP whereby on the BRP they will write on your spouse's BRP that he or she is restricted to work 20 hours per week. Some people have lived on that BRP and following that rule and robbing themselves of opportunities. Just know that that is an error. So when you come and you see that on your spouse's BRP that he or she is only allowed to work 20 hours per week, just know that it's a mistake. All you need to do is to send an email to Home Office. Just contact them, call them if you're in UK already, or send them an email with the error. They will send you another one instantly. Like, it doesn't even take time usually. They will just acknowledge it. It's actually an error, send a picture of it and all of that. Then they will produce a new BRP for your spouse, because when your spouse wants to work and then goes to the workplace, they will ask for the BRP, and once they see the BRP and see what is written on the BRP, that, oh, you cannot work 20 hours, the workplace will stick to that. So it's disadvantageous. It's disadvantageous. It is disadvantageous. Oh my God, this English. All right, but you know what I mean. So because of that, just don't take it that that is what it is. It's an error. It's a mistake. Just call Home Office and they will give you a new BRP with the right number of hours that you can work. There is no limitation or restriction to the number of hours you can work per week. And with that, guys, I've come to the end of this video. Just let me know if you have any specific questions that you want me to address, especially maybe if you are coming with families or something you want to know. Let's continue this video in the comment section. Videos ideas are welcomed in the comment section. And please don't forget to give this video like this video thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not. And I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take care of yourselves. Bye.